What's for tea with Tracy? Hope everyone's having a great week. Today we're going to be making chicken paella, which is really easy. It's quick, takes 15 minutes at the most. It's really easy to do. So we've got our 500 grams of diced chicken. You can either use chicken breast or chicken thigh. I'm using thigh today because it was on special markdown, so I thought why not. You also have 500 grams of stir-fry veggies. Any stir-fry veggies you want to use, but they have to be thawed before you put them into the paella. And we've got also 2 packets of Uncle Ben's rice melody that we add into that. I think that's 250 grams, so you have 2 packets of that. And then we've got half a cup of chicken stock, a can of diced tomatoes, 1 red onion, 1 garlic, and then our seasoning, Portuguese chicken seasoning and Cajun chicken, seasoning, and chicken stock and garlic powder. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to put our seasoning onto our chicken. We'll just chuck it into a bowl. Now, if you want to, you can, season it the night before and chuck it in the fridge overnight, or before you go to work. If you've got a little bit of time, you could do the same thing. That's what I normally do if I remember, but I thought today we'll just do it so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's get our spoon. So we have 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. I haven't got my tablespoon today, but I sort of virtually know what it's like because I've done this recipe so many times. Portuguese chicken, 1 tablespoon of that. Yummo. Oh, it smells good. Okay, and we've got 1 tablespoon of chicken stock. I just use continental. You can use whatever chicken stock you like. Carolyn wants to come over and just chuck it all onto the, see, I'm just chucking it all onto the chicken there. And last but not least, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. Just make this up as I go along. Okay. Put all these here. If you want to add a little bit more, you can. It's up to you. Just by taste, you might make it think I might need more seasoning. So we just mix it up like that. This is what it looks like with the stuff. Put my glasses on because I'm blind as a bat. See how all the seasoning's going through? Like if you wanted to, you could, I might put a little bit more. You might look at it and think, oh, I might be a bit more seasoning, so I'll just put a little bit more. It's just purely for taste. There you go. Stir it through, and that's that. So we'll just let that sit while I cut up my red onion and garlic. So that's what it looks like. Perfect. How easy is that, Carolyn? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. So we'll cut up our red onion, put some oil in the pan. I haven't turned it on yet, but I'll just put the stuff in once I cut it up. I'll splash of oil, any oil you want to use. I'm using vegetable oil today. We'll cut up our onion, our red onion. Let's move that out of the way so you see what I'm doing. Just to mention also too, the 17th to the 23rd of October is Children's Book Week. I'll just let Carolyn come over here and have a look. So Children's Books Week starts from the 17th of October to the 23rd of October, just to let everybody know about that. Also too, I wanted to mention that RB Digital, which is our streaming service that has magazines and audio books now, when the magazine side has over 3,000 new titles that you can have a look at, and it's also got it's also in 18 different languages. So give that a call. That's just sort of a new thing. I just wanted to let everyone know about that because magazines are expensive. Just gonna wash this. Magazines are really expensive. Like they're about what? I haven't bought a magazine for ages. What, about $5-6, Carolyn? Can you remember?
And more.
And more, yeah. It depends. I tell a lie, I do get a magazine delivered to me because I've got a good deal, and it is on RB Digital if you want to have a look. It's called Taste, and it's a really good magazine. I love it. So Taste magazine, I get that delivered, but that is online on RB Digital. So, you know, you just download the app onto your device and away you go.
And you can access them through a PC as well and read them on the
you
computer.
can through our website. You just go onto our website and go onto digital services and just click onto the RB Digital thing and put in your username and you're good to go. Okay. I've got the wrong knife today. I left my knife at home. I got this from the kitchen drawer. It's a bit sad. So the onion looks like crap. It's okay. It does the job, doesn't it, Carolyn?
Yep.
I always bring my own knife. You know how you got the special knives that you like to use. And this knife's not very sharp, but anyways, it does the job. That's all that matters. So put the onions in there. We haven't started it. We'll get our garlic and we'll cut that up and then we'll put the gas on. Now this is a really nice and easy to use, and you get lots of leftovers. It makes quite a bit. You think paella takes ages and ages to do, but it doesn't. It's really simple, really easy to do, and it's good. Okay, here we go. So my garlic, 1 clove of garlic. You could put more in if you like. As I said, it's just a matter of taste. Just cut our garlic up, like this. Also too, I want to take this opportunity to thank, I love doing this show so much, it's fantastic. You know, I really love being able to cook and show you guys how to do stuff, but it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for my partner in crime, Carolyn, who films it every week. She's really good. I think people that are behind the scenes don't get enough thanks, like all the people that are doing the filming for the YSLs that are doing a fantastic job with all the online story times. And then we've got, for this particular show, Carla, our graphic designer, she edits it and posts it on Facebook, plus our digital learning team, they do that, our marketing team, they edit all the story times and stuff. They do such a good job. So I just want to, you know, give a shout out and recognise that we do appreciate all the hard work that does go on behind the scenes. So just thank you to everyone, because if it wasn't for you guys, I think I said it before, we wouldn't be able to do this. All right, we'll just chuck this in here. And do you like filming, Carolyn?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
She doesn't.
I get to eat the spoils, so that's good.
That's it, you get to eat the spoils of the food.
I get paid in food.
Paid in food. Okay, so we're going to turn the gas on. And where's my spoon gone? Oh, this is the chicken. So we're just going to... So this is one pot stuff. You can do it in, I'm doing one in a wok, you can do it in a frying pan on the stove, or you can do it on the electric frying pan, whatever works for you. So I just want to soften the onion first. Then we chuck in our chicken. Then we chuck in our tin of diced tomatoes. We chuck in our chicken stock, 1/2 cup. We chuck in our thawed veggies, our rice, and you're good to go. And we, of course, the chicken in as well.
Do you have to cook the rice?
No, you just chuck it in, because it's that Uncle Sten's microwave rice that you just chuck in the microwave. I think it's perfectly 90 seconds. So
Okay.
it's really cooked.
So you don't have to microwave
No,
it?
just chuck it straight into chuck it straight into the pot.
Well, there you go.
How easy is that, hey? Oh, I mean, people talk about paella.
Well, if you cook it the traditional way, it is a long time.
It
to
takes
cook.
ages, doesn't it?
Hours.
But this is the cheap way. All right, Carol wants to come over. Now you can use brown onion if you want to. I use red onion, this recipe, because it's a little bit sweeter. Have you used red onions for your cooking, Carolyn?
I have both, yeah.
Okay. What do you prefer in your food?
I think I actually prefer brown onion.
Brown onion. I use brown onion more than I do use red onion. I actually use red onion mainly in stir fries. Because that's really easy to do. Okay, here we go. So, and then once you put everything in, you cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes. Get Carolyn to come over, see how the onions A little bit translucent now, a little bit softened. And the garlic's in there. Okay. Now I'll add my chicken. Just like this. Have a look. And we just brown it. It's not too thin like that. That will take about 5-10 minutes. So it's getting brown. I think what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit of a break and we'll come back in about 5 minutes and have a look at the chicken. Okay, so Carolyn comes over. This is what the chicken looks like. We've been cooking for about 5-7 minutes now. So it's ready for us to add all the other ingredients. So this is how easy it is. Can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. Chuck that in. Stir it through. Okay. Half a cup of chicken stock. Stir that through. Carol wants to come over so you can see. Right. Thawed out veggies. Any stir fry veggies, any ones that you want. How easy is this? Chuck that in. And just cover that. Like that. And then Uncle Ben's rice. So you just open it up and chuck it in. 2 packets. See? It's already cooked for you.
Does it have to be that brown rice, or can be any of the rice?
Any Uncle Ben, it's up to you. I just like this one. So we stir this through. Just breaking it up as we go. It'll eventually come to the boil. Now, if you want, I'm not doing it today, you can add, when you cook the chicken, well, while you're cooking the chicken, you can add 1 chorizo sausage if you want to. Sometimes I do that just to spice it up, but I'm not doing it today because Bernadette, who doesn't like chorizo sausage.
I don't either.
And neither does Carolyn, so.
And that's important.
And that's important. Okay.
Got to keep the camera girl happy.
Yeah, keep the camera girl happy. And then the other rice, just like that. You can hear it coming to the boil. Now, how easy is this, Carolyn, to do?
Couldn't be much easier.
And then you just cook it for 5 to 7 minutes. Virtually just to heat the veggies through.
Do you need to cover it when it's cooking?
No, you don't need to. I'll just go on back. Because otherwise it gets too mushy. You want the consistency, like you don't want it, you know, too liquidy, if that makes a difference, because the rice soaks it up. But if you were to put a lid on it, it creates the steam underneath the thing. So what we just do is, we just cook that for 5 to 7 minutes, stirring, you know. Just like that. How's it smell?
Smells pretty good.
I'll get Carolyn to come over so you can see the consistency. I'll just put my other skirt here for the minute. See how it's not too dry, but it's not too liquidy, you know what I mean? And how much has that made?
I think we're going to have leftovers.
I think so. People are going to be taking stuff. So this is really good when you've got a big family. And it's really quick to do. Like it only takes, as you know, 15, 20 minutes the most from start to finish to do. So you just run into, you know, if you've just come home from work or you want a quick meal, this is easy to do. I mean, you could even get your older kids to help you do this if you want. You know what I mean? It's just so easy. Like if you're looking for stuff for the kids to do, you know, cooking's always a good thing to do with kids, and this is really easy because there's no cutting. The only cutting that is required is of the onion and the garlic, and you can do that. But they can add the other stuff to the pan because the chicken's already diced, the frozen veggies are already in there, they just add the spices. It's a really good thing for you to do with the kids, you know what I mean? And kids love cooking. They love it. And they'll probably eat it because they'll go, oh yeah, I cooked that, so I'm going to eat that. As, you know, if you were to cook it, say, come on, we do, I don't want that. But if they cook it, for some reason, they want to eat it. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it works, doesn't it? What do you reckon, Carolyn?
I think you might have something there.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of these recipes that I do, kids can help you do it. Like, not really, even little kids, like they can just stand on a stool sort of thing and, you know, they can just, you know, pour the veggies in for you or stuff like that. As long as they're supervised in the kitchen with you, I don't see a reason why they can't help you. And as they get older and teenagers, hey, maybe they can cook this for you. It's easy for them to do. I might just stretching it, but you never know. I used to cook when I was a teenager. I used to love cooking. I used to cook every Saturday night. No, Sunday night. I used to make meals on a Sunday night. All right, Carolyn wants to come over, and I'll just see if we want to just cook this for about another couple of minutes. What do you think, Carolyn?
I'm sure. Should there be any liquid left, or should all the liquid sort of be gone?
A little bit of liquid left, yeah, but majority of it should be gone. You don't want it dried out. But as you can see, as I'm stirring it, and it's boiling, see how the liquid slowly but surely, the rice is soaking it up? Remember what it looked like before, but now I'm just a little boiling and the rice is soaking up the liquid. See how the steam's coming and the liquid's coming out? So what I do sometimes, I get my 2 spoons together, I get my splattered spoon, and then I'll just go like that. Get the 2, so you get the stuff underneath and mixes it all through. I feel like a chef. You see how it's not as liquidy now? You see how the rice is soaking it up? If you see the difference, Carolyn, in it?
You can't see as many bubbles on the top.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you just do it how you want. I mean, it's all to taste. You might like a little bit more, you know, runny or whatever you call it, liquidy, or some people might not like as much liquid. So I'm just going to cook this for another minute or so, and I'm going to re-stir it again, and then we'll just serve it. See how it's, you come over, the hotter it's getting, the more liquid bubbles it's getting. Like that. And then, once I stir it underneath, you can hear it. Oh, fogging up! My glasses are fogging up. And now, not as much bubbles. So I reckon that's about ready. What do you think?
If you say it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Okay. You don't want dry rice. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just turn it off the heat. Give it a quick stir. Get my trusty serving. Okay, Carolyn, come over. This is what it looks, what the finished product looks like. As I said, you can put chicken sausage in there as well. Okay, so let's serve it up. So here we go. And that is what's for tea with Tracey this week. Thank you for joining me. Next week we're going to be making hearty beef casserole. So what's for tea with Tracey? And there it is.